formed, and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep.
Connectivity among all things is a basic constituent of the fabric of reality. It's very difficult to wrap your mind around that. But Erwin Schrödinger said, he's one of the founders of quantum mechanics, that entanglement, which is this idea of this connectivity, is not just a property of quantum mechanics, it's the property.
Since everything was entangled at the moment of the Big Bang, that means everything is still touching.
At a deeper level, a very holographic level of reality, every particle in the universe collapses to a sort of cosmic unity. They're not signaling each other. They're like that fish where there's the level of the aquarium. And so what that means, talking about words, is that there is no separation between electrons. Furthermore, there's no separation between people.
The deepest level of truth uncovered by science and by philosophy is the fundamental truth of unity. At that deepest subnuclear level of our reality, you and I are literally one.
These are the quantum laws, quantum theory, quantum mechanics. And at that level, particles may be in multiple places at the same time. They may behave as waves smeared out spatially and temporally. They may be interconnected over great distances. They may be unified into one quantum state, into one state, governed by one wave function. And the borderline, the threshold, this curtain between the quantum world and the classical world is really mysterious.
One thing we know is that the atom is made out of 99.99999% space.
That in quantum mechanics, the universe is actually made out of energy. What you look at as physical matter, at the very atomic structure, doesn't physically exist. If I take a camera and start to get closer and closer and closer to that atom, that actually I could go all the way through the atom from one side to the other side and not see anything. The closer you get to the atom, the less you see. And the reason is this, that the atom is not physical, the atom is a vortex of energy.
Spin is everywhere. Spin is in everything you see. Spin is what makes an atom an atom. Spin is what makes the Earth go round.
Everything has rotation and spin, which is accepted in science, but it's not explained.
The same force that holds all things together also drives them into motion, and this fundamental spin to things allows energy to move freely throughout all bodies in the universe or in any system.
We're all connected. I mean, I think the most fundamental thing is we're all connected by an energy field. We swim in a sea of light, basically, which is the zero-point field. And I say, first of all, you get away from the whole idea of separateness, because separateness is the biggest problem of the world now.
All of us are interconnected. All of our thoughts are not just in our head. Our thoughts are in the field, and they specifically bind to people that we're associated with.
That we are all interconnected. We are all part of the same fabric. We're all part of the same geometry. Our molecules, the cosmos, everything, from very, very small to very, very large.
There's a level of reality where everything dissolves into an ocean of energy that is holographically interconnected, where every portion of the universe is contained in every tiny area.
It seems like these two places are absolutely in space, they're separate, and never the twain shall meet. But in fact, it's not true. at some deeper level that we can't see with our eyes very clearly, two places in space are the same.
And so no two things are truly separate.
You take this notion of an entangled universe and you apply it to human experience, because human experience is part of the universe as well. And then you say, well, let's assume that experience is entangled, then how would it manifest? And we can start going through ways in which it could manifest. If there's a connection with another mind, we call it telepathy. If there's a connection to some other object somewhere else, we'd call it clairvoyance. If there's a connection that happens to transcend time, we call it precognition. If there's a connection in which my intention is expressed out in the world some way, we might call it psychokinesis or distant healing or something of that sort.
We are all creating the future. We are all creating what is outside of us. None of us are innocent in that regard. If there's something out there we don't like, we can't really turn our backs on it because we're co-creators somehow or other.